Okay, welcome back to the channel. Here with week 7 of this prep. Actually, you can consider this. Yeah, let's call it week 7 for now. But some things that happened, and I'm gonna go over through this video. But week 7 of competition prep, since we started this series. My competition had to change. My old competition that I was signed up for May 4th got cancelled, and now I'm competing in the Murder of the Crows. I believe is May 31st. So I have a little more to work up to lose weight, which is good. But I think with that also comes what I would consider a little change. And because I am a little more than a week or a little more than a month and a half before competition, I decided to change my training up a little bit and adding in some cardio, which is the theme of this topic, okay? As the title says, I don't believe cardio is killing your gains. I believe that bad structuring, bad programming, lack of knowledge of programming, and just a lack of progression towards it might be killing your gains, or might have got you injured, or you just might feel so shit that you don't work out after that. But I'm going to try to explain how I'm going to introduce it, how I'm going to use it, how I am going to progress it, and why you might think of doing it too. So again, just because we are farther away from competition, now I can use these weeks as transition weeks and not changing much about my training, but kind of like introducing cardio, seeing how it feels, and then modifying training if necessary. So for example, what you're watching is Monday, which is snatches and squats. And I ran that morning, and my legs were feeling a little shot. So I decided to do power snatches instead of snatches, which is good because that targets my ultimate weakness in the snatch, which is the pull, and just trying to be a little more powerful through that pull. And instead of full back squats, I decided to do pause back squats. It just felt better on my knees and on my ankles, and it was a good stretch, and the load was a little bit less. So again, just trying to navigate how to introduce cardio with how to put it with my lifting, and then hopefully next 2 or 3 weeks, I get used to it and I can go back into full Bulgarian method mode. But yeah, I started adding cardio about every day. So every day I'm going to be doing something cardio related. I thought about it for 2 reasons. One, I like to eat. So what cardio provides me a little more is added calories spent. And not that you can eat much more, because obviously we know that not eating something will save you more calories than adding a lot of cardio, just because a lot of cardio doesn't burn as much calories as we think it does. But one, it's good for the heart, and obviously we are persons and people and humans before we are athletes and other things. So having a healthy heart is paramount for our performance, because if that goes, then everything goes. So yes, get your heart healthy by doing a little more cardio. Secondly, it helps me, one, be a little more active throughout the day, and two, be a little more busy throughout the day, so my hunger is decreased. After doing some cardio, except if it's swimming, I get less hungry, and I'm not hungry for a little more throughout the day, which is good when I'm trying to lose weight. So that is one of the reasons I use it too. And also just because Tennis, my team is entering the last phase of training before A10s, and we're just ramping up the conditioning a little bit if necessary, just to get them fitter for A10. So that's why I'm also doing it, because it obviously looks good, right? When the coach does the cardio with you, if the coach just tells you to do something, he's sitting there. Well, to me it does not look too good, so I decided to do it with them. And I try to do as much as I tell my athletes to do. Obviously, I think that is fair. If I didn't want to do something, or I wasn't capable of doing something, I don't know if I was gonna put it in the program. But yeah, I think those are the three reasons. And again, I'm adding every day something, except the weekends. Maybe I take 1 or 2 days in the weekend off. But for now, I'm gonna be adding 2 running sessions. I am gonna be adding a swimming or 2 a week, just because I need to keep that up. Running, because obviously it's very athletic. You should be able to run as a person, and I think that will prepare me for, if I want to play more tennis in the summer. If I want to do something more athletic, I think it's going to help my sprinting ability and my jumping ability to repeatedly contact and move my body through space like that. And then the rest will be random. I think, again, I don't know if you remember a couple of videos ago or one video ago, I'm still in the Mayhem Athlete app, and I get all my conditioning / cardio sessions from there. And my ideas and my sessions from there, so I'll just be following them. And I know there's cardio every day, but I'm gonna try to do as much as I can and just changing up the machines. I think this week I did the ski erg, which was fun, was definitely different. I did the assault bike, and I did the normal spin bike workouts. I couldn't get the rowing in. I do like rowing, but I couldn't get it in this week. But yeah, just the way I introduce it is, right, I have the workout, and you just have to go slower than what you think. Sometimes the thought process is, if I'm here, I might as well push it. But sometimes to introduce things, you cannot just push them, because one, if you exceed your capacity, you might be very sore, which is going to lead you to go less in the gym. And again, if the gym is not the priority, that's fine. But for me, it is the priority. So do not exceed your capacity. And when it comes to cardio, what I've learned myself is that your capacity is normally less than what you think. So you can think you can go fast, you can think you can go strong, you can think you can do all of this, but then you finish the workout and then you are dead. And again, you have me as a coach and as an athlete. I have a full day of coaching. I have training. I have other things that I want to do. So I don't want to be that dead. So introduce it slow. Go slower than what you think. Even if that involves, instead of jogging and sprinting, you do a jog and a walk. Kind of like basing the intensities. If the intensities are provided in RPE, your RPE 10 might be much lower than what you think. So again, I think the first thing is just getting a good amount of volume at lower intensities, so that you get used to it, you get used to the contact, and you don't end up dead throughout the day. That's how I'm planning on introduce it. I think the bikes and the rowings and the ski ergs are a little different. I think you can go hard on them and not be as exposed to soreness or fatigue. So yeah. How I'm planning on progressing it is I think I'm just gonna let the app progress for me. Like, I think in the Mayhem Athlete app right now we are in the mile progression, as well as in a 5K or 10K progression. So I'm just gonna follow that, see how it goes, and again, just increasing my intensity little by little as long as I feel okay in training. But this week was really good. Like, again, I was sore in my ankle area for 3 to 4 days. So the contact when I landed on the cleans and the snatch was a little painful. But again, nothing to be worried about. I hit all of the numbers I wanted to hit. I think I hit 160 for a power snatch, which is pretty good. I think it was a PR at this week. So again, like you might be a little sore, but once you get into the workout, you might start feeling better, and that's normally what happens with me. Like again, energy was low because obviously I'm doing more activity with a little less calories. But again, I felt really good in terms of conditioning. Like I was lifting and I was ready earlier. I'm not saying that is from a week of conditioning, but that was definitely a feeling I was feeling. I was ready to go to the next set a little faster than usual. But yeah, I think it was a good idea, and I'm gonna keep doing it. Again, I feel really good. I feel really athletic when I do a little more conditioning. It is helping me jump. I don't know if I put it on this video, but I did jump 24 or so, which is, I think it's pretty good. 24.6, 24.7, so that was a PR. And again, it feels good to me. So, and it helps me a lot with keeping energy high while on a deficit, keeping myself busy and helping me lose weight. So that's also one of the main reasons I put it especially on a cut. But you can't go. I think there's two things here, right? When you're in a cut, I don't think interval like training is the most efficient, because you're just gonna do less for more intensity. You're gonna feel more tired, but you did less distance or less watts or less less calories burnt. I think just keeping a medium intensity threshold, zone 2 intensity, as much as you can for as long as you can, or one, is gonna give you more results instead of, when it comes to weight loss, than interval training. So I'm doing a lot of that. Yes, my workouts do involve intervals, but for example, when it says rest on the app, I normally do a walk or a slow jog, or I just keep moving the whole time. That is what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, I didn't remember. I went to JDI Barbell Tribeca. It was an amazing gym. It was really good Eleiko equipment. I felt really good doing the max out Friday there. Again, I think hitting what I hit that max out Friday is what makes me think that, I don't think cardio is killing your gains. And if it is, you gotta take a step back and look at how you programmed it or how you did it throughout the week. Because cardio itself I find it to be very beneficial. And I also find it that it helps me more than it kills my gains. Again, I hit 192 on the snatch here. I failed 232 or 235 on the clean and jerk. And again, you might end up like that and be like, oh, the only thing that changed this week is the cardio, therefore you didn't hit your clean because of the cardio. That is such a reductionist view in terms of what can affect your performance. Again, I had to travel here. I couldn't eat so much because we had a tennis match and I went to watch the tennis match. Like, there's so many factors that affect performance that you can't just say cardio is killing your gains and stop doing something that's potentially beneficial for you and for your heart. I've stopped doing it for a while. I am definitely not proud of that. And I think stopping cardio is what made me go up in weight significantly. When I look back at my training before this, competition prep. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it on. I'm gonna keep it in the program. I'm gonna try to do as much as I can with it, and I'm gonna just keep you updated on how I feel, how my cut is feeling with the cardio, how my training is feeling. And again, there's gonna be a couple more weeks than I thought for this prep because my competition got moved back almost a month. So it's gonna be more fun. You're gonna see a lot more content. I failed 232 clean and jerk twice, which was very annoying. The first one, I think, like looking back at this video, I think I got it, but you can't see it on the camera. Like there was literally a column where the camera cuts off, and I thought I was gonna run into the column with the weight. It seems farther than what I thought it was, but in my mind, when I was trying to save that jerk, it was like, oh shit, I'm gonna step out of there, I'm gonna hit the column. That was not gonna be good, so I kind of gave up on it. Not happy about it. I'm not mad about it either. The clean felt significantly harder than what it was. You'll see now. I'm gonna try to comment on it to see what happened there. Okay, so here we go. 232. I think it's 107 in the bar. It looks pretty good. Like, yes, I think it ended up lowering my shoulder than what I used to, so pulling back a little bit on it and sending a little more up and back could be beneficial, but it wasn't that bad. And you can see the column right here. See the column? It was definitely farther than what I thought. And then the second one, I was just gassed out. Yeah, gave up on it too. And then I worked up to, what was it? 100, 120, 140 back squat. The cleans gassed my legs out. So I couldn't work up to as much of a heavy single as I wanted to. But 140 is not bad. I think it's almost, I think it's 308, 305, something like that, which is around 90% of my 1 rep max. So I definitely got a stimulus out of it. But yeah, to finish off this video, again, I'm going to say it again. Cardio is definitely not killing your gains. The way that you apply it to yourself, the way that you progress in it and initiate it, and the way that you program it is what will be killing your gains. You should definitely be doing cardio. A lot of people should definitely be doing more cardio than what they think and what they're doing right now because of, again, heart health, and because it definitely helps keeping a better body composition in general. Thank you for watching. Again, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can like, you can share, you can comment. Anything you want, comment. That helps the algorithm. And I'll see you guys soon.